Okay guys, welcome to my presentation about the first ransomware. I actually got this idea by looking at what's on the wall right behind Alex Noble on the other side. So we might be wondering, who is Adam Braccia? Second year cybersecurity student, raised Long Island, moved to Florida, 5'6" and 3/4, almost 6 foot, we're almost there guys. Recently new IG lead for the incident response interest group with Ronan. We got a lot of fun, second meeting this Monday. And yeah, here we go. So I'll give you guys a scenario of when this first ransomware occurred. It's 1989. The internet is new. We finally reached 100,000 host machines. You just got your new portable MacBook or Macintosh, and you just got your new Game Boy. It came out this year. It's going to be a hit. We'll see what happens. Who are you, though? You are a doctor. And you're looking forward to attending the World Health Organization AIDS conference. And you subscribe to the PC Business World magazine, of course. A few days before the conference. Oh, what's this? You got something, you gotta check your mail, right? You gotta check your mail. Oh, we got this little disc right here. AIDS information with a little instruction set on top. Start your computer. Insert this into drive A, and at C prompt type A install, press enter, right? Nothing can go wrong. And now say you put them on your computer, you follow the instructions, you open up the disks. Oh, you have a little survey. Okay, so you fill out the survey, and eventually your computer reboots. But uh-oh, what's this? You got a little message here. Dear customer, it is time to pay for your software release from the PC Cyborg Corporation. And you gotta basically, let's see, what did this say? You gotta so you got to basically pay, it's ransomware, right? You gotta basically pay the $378, which is probably a lot more now if you think about like how the money changed. To this PO box in this area by, I forgot where it was from, but they basically told you to send it to some PO box in some other state. So what happened? Meet Dr. Joseph L. Pop Jr. Harvard taught evolutionary biologist and anthropologist, part of the World Health Organization. He was associated with the Flying Doctors and branch of the African Medical Research Foundation, AMREF. So this guy basically sent all these floppy disks to researchers from 90 countries, and all these people were part of the World Health Organization who attended the AIDS conference. How did he do it, you might be asking? How did one guy send 20,000 disks out? I still don't know how he did that. Probably had some help. That's what I'm assuming. But he basically hijacked the mail subscribers list to the WHO AIDS conference and PC Business World magazine, found their location, mailed them all these disks to about 20,000 people and medical institutions. And the disks contain two files that were both written in Quick Basic 3.0, which is a very old scripting language. And one file was a survey and the other was the installer for the malware. So you thought you were doing the survey, but you didn't realize that there was actually a malware being installed. So now we're going to explain. It was called the H Trojan because you didn't know it was coming in. That's why it's called the Trojan. So the malware didn't encrypt the files immediately. It infected the C drive and hijacked the auto exec.bat in the root directory, which basically auto starts. And the OS executed it with each boot. And I'm pretty sure it was after like 90 times. After 90 times your computer rebooted, it would finally pop up. So it wasn't right away. I don't know why he waited for a delay. But the files weren't actually encrypted. He just had the extensions named be altered so that they wouldn't be executed. So it wasn't actually the data that was encrypted. It was just the names of the files. And then once it was finally executed, the ransomware message would also appear. What was the impact? It was not a big payout. It was an unusual ransomware method where you had people pay money, send it to a new location, a new PO box. I think it was in Panama. And it's not like how you could do it nowadays with sending Bitcoin. So it's not the easiest way to figure out how to send your money there too. It's not always the best idea to send money to when you have a ransomware attack, because it's not always confirmed that they will decrypt your files. But of course, ransomware, you're gonna have some panicked users wipe their hard drives. Medical organizations and researchers lost years of work, and it introduced and popularized the idea and concept of using malware as leverage. And this approach kind of set the stage to some other future invasive ransomware. And yeah, it kind of set the idea for some, I guess, hackers to hack, you could say, medical companies and health organizations because they can't really afford the downtime. And that kind of makes it more urgent. And how was the recovery stage? It was kind of easily resolved. This guy, Jim Bates, the editorial from the Virus Bulletin, authorized a program called AIDS Out and Clear Aid. And this basically, decrypt the usernames and remove the malware and made them usable again. But it took like a year for it to come out. So what happened to Dr. Pop? Kind of a crazy story. He was found and arrested in an Amsterdam airport by the Dutch authorities where he reportedly suffered a nervous breakdown. And then eventually they brought him over, deported him back to the US, and he was deemed unfit to stand trial and lived relatively consequence-free until his death in 2007. And in court, he claimed to have wanted to donate the ransomware payments to AIDS research, but some reports allege he released a Trojan to get back at the World Health Organization for being rejected from a job. And it kind of doesn't really make sense that... I hold questions after. It kind of doesn't really make sense that, if you're going to be taking money from these researchers and from these research organizations, I don't think you can really claim that you're doing it to donate it back to them. So that doesn't really work out. So I guess that's why he could be seen as unfit to stand trial. But, And some fun facts. The questionnaire was actually real. It actually did help gauge a person's risk of contracting the AIDS virus. So even though it was malware, he's still trying to make it informative, I guess, for the actual questionnaire. I already said the malware auto-started in 90th boot, and he planned his attack for more than a year and a half, and intended to distribute an additional 2 million disks, but he didn't get there. And Pop apparently took to wearing curlers to bed to protect himself against radiation and microorganisms, and wore a condom on his nose, and repeatedly put a cardboard box on his head. So it's kind of more reasons of why he was unfit to stand trial and everything that was going on. Questions? Max?
Yeah. You said he lived consequence-free until his death. Does that mean, did they kill him?
No, they didn't kill him. He was... No. They put him on trial. They're like, okay, this guy... No. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. But, so he was put on trial to see if he was going to go to prison. They deemed him not fit to even stand trial. They let him live and go back to Amsterdam. Oh, it's very... Yeah, I don't... no, they were like, okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, I did it? Oh, I made it sound like that?
It sounded like the death was like a consequence.
No. JC?
What inspired you to do this research?
I basically said before, I was walking outside. I was analyzing what was on that board out there and said, this is the history of attacks and like where they came from. And also, I'm a history immersion, and I love learning about history. And I thought it'd be interesting to learn how did it all start. And I love doing research on this stuff. Connor, you have a question? Oh, okay. You're raising your hand. Okay. Anyone else? Well, thanks, guys. I'm the IRIG.